Hi JobTread pros, we have another new update for you and it is regarding your schedule and lag time. We can't wait for you to start using these new dependency features. Let's take a look. Now while you are in JobTread, anytime that you open up a task, you are able to add dependencies for before that task or after that task directly in the task details drawer. You're also able to lock those dependencies to preserve the lag time between the tasks. Additionally, we gave you the ability to clone a task, and you can also save the notification preference right here, whether or not you want to notify assignees, and as long as you're using the same browser and logged into JobTread, anytime that you visit a schedule, then it will save that preference based on your last action. So those are a couple little additions that we've added to this update, but let's take a look at the dependencies a little bit deeper. So here we have a quick schedule built out with several tasks, and they all are assigned due dates. And so I want to create some dependencies between these tasks to make sure that they're completed on time and in order. So here for call for concrete inspection, I know that that needs to happen one day before the end of the concrete install. So I'm going to click on that task and add a before dependency that this has to happen and be dependent upon the concrete install here. And you'll see right now it kind of looks like we broke that dependency, but that's okay. If I go ahead and lock that lag time, that's going to turn this blue, and that will mean anytime that I move concrete around, that call for concrete inspection will be locked to that task, and it will remain the day before the end of that concrete install. Additionally, we know that the concrete inspection has to happen after the call for the concrete inspection, of course, so we can add an after dependent on there for the concrete inspection. Perfect. And we might not even need to lock that dependency because they're both one-day tasks, and regardless, if I move this one around, the other will follow. Okay. Let's continue. So also, I know that I need some cure time for that concrete before we start the framing process. So I'm going to want to make sure that I have several days, 4 days in particular, between concrete and framing. And I'm just going to count business days right now. So I'm going to click on framing, and framing is going to be dependent on the end of concrete. So we'll choose concrete here. And then I'm going to lock the lag time between them so that I always have 4 days after concrete for it to cure. So if I move concrete around, you'll notice that framing is going to stick. Perfect. Okay, let's continue. So another new feature that we've added is the ability to add a dependency to the start of another task. So if I click on MEP Roughen, that can actually start while I'm doing framing. So I'm going to add a dependency. MEP Roughen depends on framing, but it depends on the start date of framing. So let's go ahead and choose Anchor to Dependency Start. And here you'll see that I can start MEP Roughen anytime after the framing starts. But let's say we know it's going to be about 3 days though before we actually want the MEP Roughen subcontractors on site. So I'm going to go ahead and lock that dependency to make sure that MEP Roughen is happening 3 days from the start of framing. So now anytime I move framing around, you'll notice that MEP Roughen is staying. All right, and we can continue with these other ones. Now, if you don't want to add in the dependency directly in this drawer, you still have the ability to add your dependencies right here within the actual Gantt chart if you'd like to, but then you can also make those changes in the drawer as you need. So we'll continue to add these dependencies. Perfect. And we'll save the changes here. So now you'll notice that as I move around my schedule, everything's going to move together as needed. And I highly encourage you to start kind of playing with this, testing the dependencies, make sure that you understand how they work for your business and your schedules, and really understand the full capacity of our new dependency features. All right, good luck. If you have any questions, please contact your customer success manager and they will be more than happy to help you out. Thank you.